On this video, I am continuing what I started a while back, doing a brief summary of the Hebrew grammar. And basically, I'm now working on the verb. And if anyone is following along, I would encourage you to go to Google Books and find my work, The Person and Work of Christ Jesus through Hebrew and Aramaic grammar in the Torah, the prophets, and the writings. And go to page 11, the very beginning. I have worked my way in a couple previous videos looking at the Hebrew vowels after looking at the alphabet. And then we've looked at the personal pronouns as well as their suffixes. Like our brothers or your brothers and so forth. And now I'm on the two stems, well actually what we would call cow perfect and imperfect. Hebrew has like the completed action in the cow perfect and the imperfect looking at future or ongoing action. And I'm using the verb pa'al, basically, which means to do. The reason for that is that this is often the way Hebrew grammar is classified under the stem pa'al. And pei is like number one, like if you had a pei nun, it'd be natan, the first radical of the root or the first consonant. And nifal has a noon preceding it and so forth. But pa'al is the verb that grammarians often go back to. And it's not the only way the grammar is done. Some would just say a one noon instead of a pei noon and so forth. But I'm using that verb to cause those that are listening, students, to be familiar with the 7 stems that use the verb pa'al. So let's go to the cow perfect now. We'll look at the singular. Pa'al meaning he has done. Pa'ala, she has done. Notice a comma's hey, is the suffix added to the root pa'al for she has done. Pa'alta, you have done. Note ta is the suffix added to pa'al for you masculine have done. Pa'alt, you have done, is the feminine, you feminine, and it just has the tav with the shava under it. You feminine have done. And then I have done, pa'alti, has a tav and a hirik yod suffix. So pa'al, pa'ala, pa'alta, pa'alt, pa'alti. And then if we go to the plural, we have pa'alu, where the u is showing a third masculine plural suffix. They have done. Pa'altim, you have done. Tim, tav, segol, mem, is the suffix for the you masculine plural have done. And then the feminine would be pa'altin, tav, segol, noon. You have done. And then we have done is pa'al nu. Nu is the suffix for we have done. So going through it again, pa'al, he has done. Pa'ala, she has done. Pa'alta, you masculine have done. Pa'alt, you have done feminine. Pa'alti, I have done. The plural is pa'alu, u, they have done. Pa'altim would be you have done masculine plural. Pa'altin, you have done feminine plural. and pa'alnu, we have done. And if we were using the verb shamar, when I taught Hebrew in a seminary, at the seminary level, I use Weingreen, who uses the verb shamar. So it would be shamar, shamra, shamarta, shamarti, shamart, shamarti. And then shamru, shamartem, shamarten, shamarnu. In other words, it's just a different root, but the endings, ta, te, ti, u, tim, ten, and nu are added to the basic verb stem. Then let's go to the imperfect, he will do. We have yifal, he will do, yod, prefix. In the perfect, you suffix the root. In the imperfect, you use a prefix. Yifal, he will do. Tifal, she will do. Notice the tab, second person prefix, masculine. And that is third feminine, tifal. It's the same form for the second masculine, tifal. So yifal, tifal, tifal, and tifali. Here you have a tab prefix and a suffix with a yod. Tifali, you feminine will do. And then I will do is efal with an aleph prefix. I will do with the aleph. Then you go to the plural, yifalu, they will do. Notice you have the yod prefix again and the u suffix, they will do. And tifalna, you have the tav and the na suffix, the tav prefix, they masculine will do. And tifalu is you, uh, that's, by the way, tifalu is they will do masculine. Tifalna is they will do feminine. And then we have tifalu, you will do. The tab prefix, the u suffix. And tifalna, you feminine will do in the plural. And nifal is we will do. Notice the noon prefix. So if we're going through, talking through it, it would be yifal, tifal, she will do. Tifal, you will do, masculine. Tifali, you feminine will do. And efal, I will do. And then going to the plural, yifalu, they will do. Tifalna, they feminine will do. Tifalu, you will do, masculine. Tifalna, you feminine will do. And nifal, we will do. Notice here the aton, the aleph prefix is showing first person. The yod prefix third. The tav, either third feminine, she, or second masculine, you. And the noon is showing a first common plural. So let me use the verb shamar, which is what Weingreen uses. Yishmor, tishmor, tishmor, tishmari, eshmor. Yishmaru, tishmorna, tishmaru, tishmorna, nishmor. And again, Weingreen prefers that verb, shamar, and I had just in my own little introductory grammar used the verb pa'al, to try to encourage students to get familiar with that root, since when we go to the 7 stems that follow, we'll have pa'al, nifal, piel, and puel, hifil, hofal, and hitpael. In other words, pa'al will be the root that will reoccur in those 7 stems. So I'm going to stop there, and we're just talking through basic introductory biblical Hebrew grammar.